Princess Noura and Princess Foda, daughters of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, are growing up in a world of unimaginable wealth. Backed by the Saudi royal family's $1.4 trillion fortune and their father's $25 billion personal empire, their lives include palaces worth hundreds of millions, private jets with spa suites, and art that costs more than skyscrapers. Stay until the end, because their future role in shaping the royal legacy is even more fascinating. Born into a trillion-dollar empire, Princess Noura and Princess Foda were born into a world most people can't even imagine. Their father, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, stands at the heart of a royal dynasty whose fortune is estimated at $1.4 trillion, a wealth that eclipses the British monarchy more than 16 times over. At just a glance, their lives seem like a fairy tale of palaces, private jets, and priceless art, but behind it all is a story rooted in one of the most powerful discoveries of the 20th century. In 1938, deep beneath the sands of Dhahran, American geologists struck oil. That single moment reshaped the destiny of Saudi Arabia. From a desert kingdom reliant on trade routes, it became the global epicenter of energy. With the creation of Saudi Aramco, now valued at over $2 trillion, the House of Saud didn't just gain wealth, they gained influence over the world's lifeblood. Oil, every tanker leaving their ports, shaped economies from New York to Tokyo, giving the family unprecedented power. This fortune became the foundation for a lifestyle beyond luxury. Princess Noura and Princess Foda grow up surrounded by the legacy of that oil wealth. Their family's holdings stretch far beyond the kingdom, multi-billion-dollar real estate portfolios in London, Paris, and Los Angeles, and global investments through the Public Investment Fund, worth more than $700 billion. Their lives are intertwined with iconic brands, Rolls-Royce Phantoms in private garages, Cartier jewelry in bespoke collections, and even an art portfolio that includes Da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, purchased for $450.3 million. But the House of Saud's empire isn't just measured in numbers, it's also in scale. Their palaces aren't mere homes, they're entire micro-cities with hidden tunnels, Versace-designed interiors, and banquet halls glittering with baccarat chandeliers. And for Princess Noura and Princess Foda, this isn't just inheritance. It's a future to uphold, a legacy built on the world's most valuable resource. But oil money is only the beginning. Their homes alone tell a story of unimaginable scale. Comment from oil to royalty if you believe one discovery can build an empire. And keep watching, because next you'll see palaces that make Buckingham look modest. Palaces beyond imagination. For Princess Noura and Princess Foda, home is a word that takes on an entirely different meaning. These are not simple residences, they are sprawling masterpieces that combine historic grandeur with cutting-edge innovation. One of the most breathtaking is Chateau Louis IV, often referred to as Chateau Louis XI, a $320 million estate located just outside Versailles, France. From the outside, it echoes the architectural elegance of the French royal palaces, but inside, it surpasses anything found in European history. The chateau features 10 luxury suites, a grand ballroom adorned with gold leaf ceilings, and a wine cellar stocked with vintages from Chateau Lafite Rothschild. The gardens, inspired by Versailles itself, stretch across 50 acres and include fountains that can be synchronized to music. Beneath the estate, there's even an underwater meditation room surrounded by a massive aquarium, allowing guests to relax in complete serenity. All of this is controlled by state-of-the-art smart technology, lighting, temperature, even the fountains. Everything can be managed with a single smartphone command. Back in Saudi Arabia, the palaces of Riyadh and Jeddah are even more expansive. Ali Yamama Palace is rumored to have over 1,000 rooms, banquet halls capable of hosting hundreds of dignitaries, and entire wings reserved solely for art collections. Interiors feature handcrafted Italian marble, Versace home furnishings, and baccarat crystal chandeliers that cascade light across rooms the size of city blocks. There are private museums within these walls, holding priceless artifacts and masterpieces from Monet, Renoir, and Da Vinci, curated to reflect not just wealth but cultural sophistication. These palaces are not only symbols of luxury, they are instruments of soft power. Here, world leaders are received in surroundings so lavish, they leave a lasting impression. Private dining rooms with Hermes tableware and walls lined with rare silk tapestries become quiet stages for international diplomacy. But even these extraordinary palaces filled with art, history, and innovation are just the beginning. Because when the royal family leaves these estates, their next homes aren't bound by land, they rise into the skies, transforming air travel into yet another level of regal living. Flying palaces and private jet fleets. For most billionaires, a private jet is a statement of exclusivity. For Princess Noura and Princess Foda, it is simply another extension of home, a flying palace designed to match the opulence of their estates on the ground. Their father, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, spares no detail in transforming air travel into a seamless blend of luxury and functionality. The centerpiece of the fleet is a customized Airbus A300, valued at over $500 million after extensive modifications. From the outside, it appears like any other double-deck aircraft, but step inside and it feels more like entering a luxury hotel than a plane. There's a grand salon with crystal chandeliers from Baccarat, a private dining area with Hermes tableware, and a full-size Turkish bath lined with Carrara marble. The upper deck features a 10-suite private residence with bedrooms dressed in fret linens and en-suite bathrooms finished with gold fixtures. Even more astonishing is the car garage within the plane, capable of carrying high-performance cars like a Bugatti Chiron or Rolls-Royce Phantom, ready to roll out upon landing. Then there's the Boeing 747 Flying Palace, equally extravagant, with a private concert hall, acoustically engineered for live performances mid-flight. It doubles as a diplomatic meeting space where global business deals and state negotiations take place above the clouds. Lounges resemble five-star hotel lobbies with plush Italian leather seating, while a private cinema streams the latest films in complete privacy. Beyond these two giants, the royal fleet includes Gulfstreams and Bombardiers for shorter journeys, ensuring that wherever the family travels, the standard of living never drops below the level of absolute luxury. Dedicated crews are permanently assigned to each jet, trained to maintain the royal standard of hospitality, from Michelin-grade cuisine to personalized amenities tailored for each passenger. These aircraft are not only a means of travel, they are mobile fortresses of power. They allow the family to move across continents with security, privacy, and the ability to host dignitaries and business leaders in an environment that reflects their status. Yet even this level of airborne luxury is only part of their mobile world. Because when these flying palaces touch down, the family's lifestyle continues on another frontier, one that floats on the open sea, where superyachts redefine what ultimate privacy and indulgence truly mean. Superyachts as floating kingdoms. When the royal family steps off their flying palaces, their journey doesn't end on land. It continues onto the open sea, where their yachts are more than just vessels, they're floating kingdoms of pure indulgence and power. The crown jewel of this maritime fleet is the Serene, a superyacht valued at $458 million. At over 440 feet long, it is a masterpiece of engineering and design. From the moment you step aboard, it feels less like a yacht and more like a luxury resort on water. There are two helipads for seamless arrivals, a grand spiral staircase lined with Italian marble, and a spa complex that rivals the world's finest wellness retreats. Guests can swim in multiple pools, including one with a glass bottom suspended over the sea. But the Serene holds secrets beneath its decks. Hidden inside is a submarine garage, allowing discreet underwater exploration, and a fully equipped underwater observation lounge where panoramic windows reveal marine life in motion. There's even a snow room, an artificial winter oasis in the middle of the ocean, designed so guests can experience icy temperatures after a sauna session. Every detail, from the Baccarat crystal lighting fixtures to Hermes leather lounges, reflects a level of luxury that most can only dream about. Alongside the Serene is Pegasus, another symbol of royal extravagance. While slightly smaller, it's equally grand, designed for private family gatherings and intimate royal events. Pegasus features an outdoor cinema beneath the stars, a floating ballroom for elegant receptions, and a gourmet kitchen where Michelin-trained chefs prepare meals that could rival the finest restaurants in Paris or Dubai. These yachts aren't merely for leisure. They are diplomatic arenas and private sanctuaries hosting influential guests from around the world. Deals worth billions are discussed in lounges overlooking the endless sea, away from the public eye. Yet even these floating palaces, equipped with amenities beyond imagination, are only one layer of the family's cultural empire. Because the royal lifestyle isn't just about yachts and jets, It extends into the art world, where paintings worth hundreds of millions become symbols of status, influence, and global cultural power. Comment "Floating Kingdoms" if you believe the sea can hold palaces of power. And stay tuned, because next, we uncover how priceless art becomes a weapon of soft influence. Priceless art and cultural power. For Princess Nuira and Princess Foda, art isn't just decoration, it's an inheritance of culture, prestige, and quiet influence. Within the walls of their families' palaces and estates are some of the most valuable artworks in existence, each piece telling a story of power that extends far beyond Saudi Arabia's borders. The crown jewel of this collection is Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, purchased for $450.3 million, making it the most expensive painting ever sold. Depicting Christ as the savior of the world, it's more than a masterpiece, it's a global statement. This single acquisition positioned the Saudi royal family not just as oil magnates, but as patrons of cultural heritage, capable of reshaping the art world with one transaction. But Salvator Mundi is only the beginning. The collection includes ethereal Monet landscapes, intricate works by Renoir, and rare Islamic calligraphy pieces that bridge European and Middle Eastern artistic traditions. Antique sculptures, centuries-old tapestries, and modern installations by contemporary artists all sit side by side in private galleries within Riyadh's palaces. Every piece is curated with precision, reinforcing the image of the House of Saud as global tastemakers who can acquire both history and the future. Art for this family serves multiple roles. It reflects personal passion and appreciation for beauty, but it also acts as a subtle diplomatic tool. Private viewings of rare masterpieces become moments of soft power, impressing visiting dignitaries and business leaders. Owning such iconic pieces also places the family in elite cultural circles, alongside European royal households, billionaire collectors, and the world's most influential museums. Even the way these artworks are displayed speaks volumes. Galleries lined with Italian marble floors, walls finished with silk from Paris, and lighting engineered to museum-grade standards create an atmosphere that rivals the Louvre or the Met. Here, cultural influence and luxury merge seamlessly, signaling that the royal family's reach isn't limited to oil or real estate. It extends into the very fabric of global culture. Yet while art cements their cultural status, it's only one part of their strategic wealth. Because beyond the palaces and galleries, the family is quietly buying influence in entirely different arenas, shaping industries, entertainment, and even technology through powerful investments that secure their legacy for generations. Strategic investments and global reach. Beyond palaces, yachts, and priceless art, the true power of the Saudi royal family lies in their ability to strategically shape the future. Their wealth doesn't just sit in bank accounts, it moves silently through industries, influencing markets and reshaping global economies. At the heart of this is the Public Investment Fund, PIF, one of the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world, valued at over $700 billion. What makes the PIF unique is its ambition. It doesn't just diversify wealth, it buys influence. The fund holds multi-billion-dollar stakes in companies that touch the daily lives of millions. A ride in Uber, a film streamed on Disney+, or a game watched at Newcastle United Football Club, all quietly link back to investments made by the House of Saud. Even in technology, the PIF has poured billions into Silicon Valley startups, renewable energy ventures, and entertainment platforms. These moves go far beyond generating profits. They serve as a bridge, positioning Saudi Arabia at the center of global innovation. By holding stakes in cutting-edge tech companies, from artificial intelligence to next-generation energy solutions, the family ensures that their influence reaches industries far removed from oil. Through sports, like the creation of the Live Golf Tour, they craft a new narrative for the kingdom, one associated with culture and lifestyle rather than just energy dominance. And the scale of these investments is staggering. Multi-billion-dollar real estate developments in London, New York, and Paris give the family a foothold in the most prestigious markets. Entire districts in Riyadh are being transformed into financial and cultural hubs with backing from the same fund. It's not just about owning assets. It's about weaving Saudi wealth into the very structure of the global economy. For Princess Noura and Princess Foda, this strategy represents more than a future inheritance. It's a blueprint for sustaining their dynasty's power in a post-oil era. By the time they step into roles of responsibility, the royal family's reach will no longer rely solely on oil fields. It will be embedded in industries that define the 21st century. But with such global reach comes an even greater expectation for the next generation. Because the wealth they inherit isn't just about maintaining a legacy, it's about carrying the responsibility of leading Saudi Arabia into a new era of modernization and influence. The future of Princess Noura and Princess Foda. Princess Noura and Princess Foda may have been born into unimaginable privilege, but their lives are being shaped with a purpose that goes far beyond enjoying their family's wealth. Their father, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, is crafting a new image of modern Saudi royalty, one that blends the grandeur of tradition with the demands of the 21st century. From a young age, the princesses have been surrounded by the symbols of their heritage. They grew up within palaces like Chateau Louis XIV, a $320 million estate that merges the elegance of Versailles with cutting-edge smart technology. Their education is equally curated. Private tutors from prestigious European institutions, courses in diplomacy, art history, and global economics. The aim is clear, to prepare them not only as heirs to a lifestyle, but as future contributors to the kingdom's evolving legacy. As Saudi Arabia advances through its Vision 2030 reforms, royal women are increasingly stepping into public-facing roles, becoming ambassadors of change while maintaining their cultural identity. Princess Noura and Princess Foda are expected to follow this path, engaging in initiatives that focus on philanthropy, education, and women's empowerment. Their future may include overseeing charitable foundations that support healthcare and cultural development, or managing investments in technology and sustainability projects backed by the Public Investment Fund. Even their surroundings hint at this modern vision. Inside their private art galleries hang pieces like Monet and Renoir, alongside contemporary Middle Eastern artists, bridging global culture with regional identity. They travel on the family's customized Airbus A380, meet influential leaders hosted aboard the $458 million Serene superyacht, and observe firsthand how wealth, culture, and strategy intertwine on the global stage. But their journey isn't simply about inheritance. It's about shaping the next chapter of the Saudi royal narrative, one where the daughters of the Crown Prince represent both the deep roots of their dynasty and the forward-looking ambitions of a kingdom preparing for a future beyond oil. Legacy and the next royal era. The lives of Princess Noura and Princess Foda embody more than just privilege. They represent the bridge between a deeply rooted royal heritage and a rapidly evolving future. They are growing up in a world where tradition is still revered, but must coexist with modern innovation. Their education, curated with precision, combines classical Saudi values with international exposure. Tutors from prestigious European academies teach diplomacy and cultural history, while global business leaders introduce them to the intricacies of economics, technology, and investment. Everything around them reinforces this duality. Their residences, like the $320 million Chateau Louis XIV near Versailles, merge historic European grandeur with advanced smart home systems. They move effortlessly between Riyadh's royal compounds, Parisian luxury townhouses, and private London estates, witnessing how architecture and art can reflect both heritage and modernity. Even the art collections they inherit, Monet's serene landscapes, Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, contemporary Middle Eastern installations, symbolize a connection between past and present cultural narratives. Under Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, women are taking increasingly visible roles in philanthropy, education, and even leadership initiatives. It's expected that Princess Noura and Princess Foda will continue this trajectory, spearheading charitable foundations, cultural institutions, and possibly even strategic projects tied to the $700 billion Public Investment Fund. Their presence at high-profile events, whether aboard the family's $458 million Serene superyacht or in diplomatic gatherings inside palaces lined with Versace interiors, signals their preparation for public influence on a global scale. But their legacy won't simply be defined by the luxury they were born into. It will be shaped by how they carry their dynasty forward in a world where oil is no longer the sole currency of power. Will they become symbols of continuity, preserving the traditions of one of the world's most powerful royal families? Or will they emerge as the face of a new royal era, one defined by global diplomacy, innovation, and cultural influence? Comment "New Royal Era" if you believe the next generation can redefine what it means to be born into a trillion-dollar legacy. And stay tuned, because the next story we uncover goes even deeper into the lives of the world's most powerful heirs. The lives of Princess Noura and Princess Foda are more than just luxury. They represent the next generation of a dynasty that blends ancient tradition with cutting-edge modernity. From palaces that rival Versailles to super yachts like the $458 million Serene, their world shows how power and wealth can extend far beyond borders. But their story is only the beginning. If you want to uncover more hidden stories of the world's richest and most powerful families, subscribe to Billionaire Story and watch our next video revealing a royal legacy even more surprising.